Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Voices Sports. Today we'll be diving into a lot of new topics. We'll be going over NFL Week 2, college football Week 4, I think it is, or Week 3, and also we're going to be going over a big announcement from myself. So yes, let's hop into it, and let's start off with the big announcement. If you are watching this right now, you are most likely a close family member, or you could just be stumbling upon this video on the YouTube feed. But I would like to announce that I have been offered by East Carolina's Pirate Radio to come on to the broadcast on Saturday, September 20th for BYU versus East Carolina. I don't know if I'll be able to speak on the radio station, but I will be able to see how things work there. This is a very big opportunity, and I'm very happy for this. So I thank you, Pirate Radio, for allowing me to do this. And I want to thank all my family members for encouraging me to do this. I'm very excited for this opportunity. I can't wait to see how Pirate Radio functions during game day. And I can't wait to go to the ECU versus BYU game. Definitely a big game for the East Carolina University. So yeah, there's the big announcement. So let's go ahead and hop into our NFL Week 2 analysis from last week. Because, Thursday night is tonight. Dolphins at Bills. So let's just talk about the previous week in Week 2. Started off with a Thursday night game, Commanders at Packers. The Packers swept the floor with the Commanders winning 27-18. There was a lot of good games this week, I will say, a lot of close games. Like the game like Patriots versus Dolphins, pretty close. 49ers versus Saints was moderately close. Cardinals versus Panthers, that last drive for Bryce Young, very close. Another very close game is Colts-Broncos. We will be going over the Colts, and we'll definitely be talking about Eagles versus Chiefs, with the Chiefs going 0-2. And then we got two Monday Night Football games, Buccaneers-Texans, Chargers and Raiders. The Buccaneers and the Chargers coming out victorious for those games, both 2-0 in the season so far. So let's hop into the big games, the games that last week we kind of operated it. We were looking more at player stats. We talked about like the big standout players, the people that did not do as good, and but we're really just going to go over the games. So let's talk about some of the 1 p.m. Let's just go back to that Thursday night game. Packers, Commanders, Thursday night in Green Bay. Jordan Love played great. He threw for almost 300 yards. He had 300 yards total, and he had 2 touchdowns. But that's not going to discredit Jaden Daniels, who also had 2 passing touchdowns as well. Josh Jacobs played a pretty good football game, but really a big key player for this game was Tucker Kraft for the Green Bay Packers. 6 receptions for 7 targets, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Tucker Kraft really stepping up, but he is injured. He suffered a minor left knee tweak at Thursday practice, but it is announced that he avoided a serious injury. This is all reported pretty 6 minutes ago from recording this. So yeah, Tucker Kraft is injured. We don't know how long he will be out. Hopefully it's not that long, because he is definitely a key factor for this Green Bay offense. Hopping into another big offensive game, Browns at Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, played pretty good in that game against Buffalo. Now he's coming here to really play really good against the Cleveland Browns, not Cleveland Brown. He led that Baltimore offense, and a big fluke player that game was Derrick Henry. 11 carries, 23 yards. That is a complete opposite shift from last game against Buffalo, where he ran for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. He only ran for 23 yards this game against Cleveland. So great job by the Cleveland defense to, kind of neutralize just overall the Ravens rushing attack. I mean, the Ravens only had 43 rushing yards that game. So that's definitely a big plus with the Cleveland defense, aside from allowing 225 passing yards on the air and allowing the Ravens to score 41 points on their head. But overall, pretty good game for the Ravens. Some standout players for the Ravens was Devontae Walker, who had 2 receptions, 26 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers killed it. DeAndre Hopkins killed it. Tylan Wallace killed it. And then if we're just looking at that Cleveland offense, Flacco threw an interception and a touchdown, 200 passing yards. And Gabriel threw for a touchdown, 3 for 3, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Sampson scored, and Jerome Ford had a pretty nice game, along with Judkins. They all had 10-plus fantasy points, so good job to that Cleveland running back room really getting involved. And then hopping in, Bengals versus Jaguars. We all know what happened that game. Joe Burrow went down. Jake Browning stepped up. I'm pretty sure he's leading the league in interceptions right now. 3 interceptions, but he also had 3 touchdowns. He led that Bengals defense to a very late game win with 19 seconds left when he QB sneaked it. So, yes, the Cincinnati Bengals are now 2-0, and now they are being led by Jake Browning. And so, yeah, very big shift in the overall season for Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, he was on my disappointing players last week, but that is the complete opposite of what happened this week. He went 14 receptions, 165 yards, and a touchdown. So Jake Browning definitely is getting Jamar Chase a lot more involved into the offense than what Joe Burrow did last week. So very great game right there from Jamar Chase, and I'd like to see how this Bengals team really works without Joe Burrow. We've seen Joe Burrow hurt a lot, and we know Jake Browning can step up, but I really would like to see with Burrow being out this early how this Bengals team does. With the addition of Shamar Stewart on the defense, I really do think that Browning can really, prove something with the Cincinnati Bengal offense. Okay, jumping into another game. I'm pretty sure it's a 1 p.m. game. That's kind of why I was very slow saying that, because I couldn't tell if it was or not. Giants at Dallas Cowboys. A very close, nail-biting game. Both offenses were very rough to start off, but, we seen what happened. They went into overtime. Prescott, 361 passing yards, about 378 total yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Javonte Williams led them down the field with 97 rushing yards. Miles Sanders had 15 himself. Both receivers, actually all 3 receivers for Dallas really played well. CeeDee Lamb had 112 yards. Pickens had 68 and a touchdown. And Turpin had 4 for 4, 47 yards and a touchdown. So great job by that Dallas receiving group. But somebody, speaking of receiving group, the most impressive player, in my opinion, this week, Malik Neighbors, 9 receptions, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, but that is not very far off of Wan'Dale Robinson's game, who had 8 receptions, 142 yards, and a touchdown. Russell Wilson also played really good football, throwing for almost 500 yards. He went 30 for 41, 450 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception towards the end of the game, I'm pretty sure. So very intriguing game, nail-biter game. Both played pretty good by that New York Giant offense and the Dallas Cowboys defense. Now, we're just going to run through these games here because, like I said, I'm also going to try to sneak in a little bit of college football. And I know since the last video was 30 minutes, it's very, it was kind of hard to watch. So I'm going to just hop in, just give you guys scores. Bears at Lions, 52-21. Lions, big comeback for this offense. Jared Goff, 5 passing touchdowns. Patriots at Dolphins. Patriots won 33-27, and this is kind of solidified that the Dolphins are not going to be good this year. Devon Achane, 11 carries, 30 yards, but he did go 8 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Jumping in, 49ers Saints. Mac Jones had to step out with Brock Purdy being out. He played really good football, 3 passing touchdowns. That was Spencer Rattler, but also Mac Jones did have 3 passing touchdowns as well. Very good QB play for the both of these quarterbacks, Spencer Rattler and Mac Jones. Very close game. Just McCaffrey really closed that game out with that receiving touchdown, and with the Rattler fumble towards the end of the game. There was possession retained, but he did fumble. Hopping in, Bills, Jets. Bills swept them. Not even just the Bills. James Cook swept them. Seahawks at Steelers. Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers both throwing 2 interceptions. Kenneth Walker played really good football. And, big win right there for the Seattle Seahawks. Jumping in, Rams, Titans, Puka Nacua. What can I say? I mean, the dude's just going to be generational. Puka Nacua, 45 rushing yard touchdown, 8 for 9, 91 yards. Played really good football right there. Cam Ward still struggling to really find his offensive step. Panthers at Cardinals, like I said earlier, Bryce Young was sacked on 4th down in the end of the game. He had 3 passing touchdowns and 328 yards. Chuba Hubbard played really good football, and Murray had a touchdown and an interception. Jumping in, Broncos versus Colts. Colts get another big surprising win. They are 2-0 with a game-winning field goal also with zeros left on the board. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdowns, 316 passing yards. Really good football played by him. But most importantly, the best football played of that game was Jonathan Taylor, who had 25 carries, 165 yards, 50 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Jumping in also to the Eagles at Chiefs game. Jalen Hurts played very underwhelming, but Saquon Barkley definitely carried that offense. But that does not discredit the Eagles team just from bad QB play. The Eagles got that win against the Chiefs team that people had thought to be unstoppable. They are 0-2. Patrick Mahomes, threw a pick, had a touchdown, just cannot win that game. I don't know what to say. That Chiefs, we're really seeing the downfall of the Chiefs offense. I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm out of words for it to see a team that's won, 3 Super Bowls since I've been watching football. And now they're 0-2. A very big change of perspective on the Kansas City Chiefs after this game. They definitely needed a win to solidify themselves as a true contender, but does that mean they're not going to make the playoffs? No, they're probably going to make the playoffs. They just lost to 2 good teams. But do I think they're going to make a Super Bowl run? No, but also it's the Kansas City Chiefs, so they probably will be in the Super Bowl. Sunday Night Football, Falcons at Vikings. Falcons get a big win with bad quarterback play from J.J. McCarthy. Michael Penix did not have much good either, quarterback play, but Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier definitely did play really well. And also shout out to the Falcons kicker, Parker Romo. He went 5 for 5 in field goals with one 50 to 59-yard field goal. Giving us some kicker love. He definitely played really good. Now we're hopping into the Monday Night Football games. Buccaneers at Texans. Buccaneers win 20-19 with a Rashad White game-winning rushing touchdown. Big win right there for the Buccaneers, and a very bad loss for the Texans. Hate to see them going 0-2 when they were just in the divisional, 2 years ago. And the last game of Monday Night Football, a late Monday Night Football game. The Chargers win 20-9 in Las Vegas. Terrible quarterback play from Geno Smith, and a great game from Justin Herbert and Quentin Johnson, who had that 67-yard touchdown. I'm sorry, I was just trying not to laugh right there. If there is a meme going around with that number 67. So ladies and gentlemen, that was week 2 of the NFL season. Those was just my recaps. I am going to try to make another video just talking about what I think will happen throughout the NFL season. I might be able to get it done as soon as possible, but going over the college football week 3. I'm going to try to get through it very fast. Number 12, Clemson lost to Georgia Tech. Alabama wins their game against Wisconsin. Georgia beats number 15, Tennessee, in an overtime thriller. Number 5, Miami beats number 18, South Florida, 49-12, and knocks South Florida out of their rankings. And number 16, Texas A&M beats number 8, Notre Dame, 41-40. And number 3, LSU beats Florida. So very big change in the college football aspect. And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up the rest of the video. I thank you guys for tuning in. I ask you guys to like and subscribe. And comment down below if you guys would like to see like a new type of content with like just certain topics instead of me going over the full week, because it could get a little boring because you might already know what happened. So I can dive deeper into certain stories. Like I said, tomorrow I'll definitely try to get another video out, and then maybe even Sunday I can get a video out talking about my experience with pirate radio. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you guys for tuning in to today's video. Once again, please like and subscribe. It will help out this channel. And yeah, peace guys, bye.